Paso, I'm Ricky Saillas.
And I'm Martin Padilla.
We have a special Halloween edition filled with goodies and treats to celebrate this eerie holiday. We're here at the Plaza Theater where it's said to be haunted with ghosts and spirits.
Boo!
Seriously, Vinay, you can't be doing that.
What, you guys don't actually think the plaza is haunted, do you?
Funny you say that. We're actually here to investigate those claims and to talk to someone who says it is haunted.
Okay, but first, some city happenings.
The city of El Paso has a permanent city attorney. The city council selected Carly Neiman as the next city attorney. She was one of the 5 finalists for the job and served as interim since April. Neiman has been with the city 11 years. The city attorney serves as legal counsel for city council, city officials, and city departments. Another major announcement has been made by the El Paso Children's Museum Foundation. The Norwegian architecture firm Snohetta will design the museum. Their design came out on top during a public vote organized by the foundation and city. The work will be led by 1980 Coronado High School grad Elaine Molinar. The museum will be located on Main Street between the Art and History Museum. It's one of the larger quality of life bond projects that is expected to be finished in 2021. As that project is set to start, another city project is nearly complete. A grand opening for the Paseo de las Luces project is set for 5 p.m. on November 7 on El Paso and 6th Street. The historic street has been renovated with new sidewalks, benches, and landscaping. String lights have been added above the street, including arches. This project is part of the city's economic development initiative called Sun City Lights. All of El Paso is welcome to attend. Several journalists outside of El Paso learn more about what our region has to offer. About 12 writers from Scottsdale, Santa Fe, and Mexico City spent 4 days visiting El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez during the regional familiarization tour held by Visit El Paso. They shopped, ate at upscale restaurants, and explored various attractions.
There definitely seems to be a strong regional culture that's distinct to Juarez and El Paso, both between the food, the art, the people. Everyone's been very friendly.
Writers from the Huffington Post and other online media outlets were also part of the One Region, One Table event. Fam tours are hosted for visitors to learn more about our region and write to tell the world about it, encouraging others to visit.
Well, now that you know what's happening around the city, we also want to share with you everything you need to know about Halloween y Día de los Muertos.
And as we told you, the Plaza Theater is set to be haunted, and they tell us that apparently there's a spirit that sits in that back row, and sometimes you can even hear a little girl giggling. Dude, seriously, you need to stop.
Sorry, guys.
You need to stop. We'll explore more of that story in a moment, but first...
Kids across the country are going to be trick-or-treating, but did you guys know El Paso is one of the best cities to trick-or-treat?
For real, wow, that's pretty cool, very awesome.
No trick here. The Sun City is one of the best according to a study by smartasset.com. As a matter of fact, El Paso is the best city to trick-or-treat in Texas, and the 6th best place overall across the country. The study looked at safety, affordability, weather, and age population. Smart Asset says El Paso's low property crime rate and low chance of rain make it a top 10 place.
El Paso has the 21st lowest property crime rate in our study and ranks below average for its violent crime rate. In addition, we know how dry El Paso is. The city's historical chance of precipitation on October 31st is just 1.9%.
Our city once again getting national recognition as one of the best. To see the study for yourself, visit smartasset.com.
So have you seen anything scary here at the Plaza Theater?
No, not yet.
Yeah, me neither. But actually, they're playing the organ now, so that's kind of cool. Hey, where's V&A?
I don't know where she's at. She's probably trying to come up with a trick to scare us.
Yeah, knowing her, she probably is. Well, the fire department has some reminders for parents to keep their kids safe, to make sure they get some treats and not some tricks as they prowl through their neighborhoods. If a mask is part of your child's costume, make sure they can see through it. Take a flashlight or a glow stick. If possible, go in a group. Trick or treat at houses where lights are on. If the lights are off, don't make a visit. Chances are they're not giving treats. Parents, make sure to scope out which streets are the safest and stay away from dark streets. Keep an eye out on homemade baked goods. If you find tampered or unsealed candy in your child's bag, throw it out. Drivers also need to be more mindful than usual during trick-or-treating hours. Police remind drivers to watch for kids walking on streets, curbs, and medians. Enter and exit driveways carefully. Kids could be crossing. Keep an eye out for kids in dark costumes. And police encourage new, inexperienced drivers to avoid driving on Halloween. By keeping these guidelines in mind, drivers, parents, and kids are sure to have a spooky and safe Halloween. So we've been at the Plaza Theater for some time now. I haven't seen a ghost or a spirit, have you?
No, not yet, but I'm starting to wonder where VNA went.
She's probably playing that organ, trying to scare us here at the plaza. But let me ask you something. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I love Kit Kat.
Kit Kat? Yeah, I like Kit Kat too. But did you know that the Department of Public Health is reminding everyone to be wary of those sugary treats because they can definitely leave a trick behind once the season is over. Dr. Kelly Brooks is a dental director at the Rawlings Dental Clinic. She says sugar-free candy is ideal, but if you or your children eat sugary sweets, make sure to brush your teeth afterwards or at least rinse them with water. Both children and adults need to keep in mind that what happens in your mouth can affect your entire body.
Keeping and maintaining your cleanings every 6 months decrease the number of bacteria, the amount of bacteria that affects the bone and breaks down the bone levels, which in turn develops periodontal disease. So it all affects the entire body from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet.
If you or someone you know is between the ages of 6 months to 21 years old and is uninsured or underinsured, the Rawlings Pediatric Dental Clinic may be able to help. You can call them at 212-8000, or for more info, you can click on the Rawlings Dental Clinic under services at ephealth.com. Also, just as important as keeping kids safe this Halloween is keeping your pets safe. El Paso Animal Services has these tips. Keep your pets away from candy and decorations. A pet can digest these items, which can be a big cause for concern. Place pets in a separate room to keep them from escaping when trick-or-treaters come to the door. This not only keeps animals' stress levels down, but some pets can easily get startled by the costumes, causing them to flee from the house. Make sure pets have on their collars and name tags in case they do run away or get lost. Lastly, even though they may look cute, don't force your pet to wear a costume if they seem anxious about wearing it. If your pet does escape, call the Animal Services Center to look for them.
Betty scared the guys. They didn't know I could play the organ. Well, I have some tricks up my sleeve. Did you know the city also has some trick-or-treat events and Dia de los Muertos events? On Halloween Day, 14 recreation centers are hosting some type of Halloween carnival from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's free, and children and their parents or grandparents are encouraged to dress up. Expect lots of games, jumping balloons, fun activities, but most important, a ton of candy. Visit the Halloween activities banner at elpasotexas.gov to see the rec centers in your neighborhood. There's a bunch of frightful fun events happening in the public library as well. From Halloween arts and crafts, costume contests, to Dia de los Muertos storytelling. All library branches are hosting some sort of ghostly activity. One sweet event is how to make your sugar skulls. All of the activities are free and for children and adults of all ages. It all starts on Friday, October 27th through November 1st. Check out elpasotexas.gov for a list of events.
Boo! Another place that you'll find an abundance of candy and booze is the zoo. Nearly 200,000 pieces of candy will be handed out at Boo at the Zoo. There are 2 chances to get your sweet tooth on while learning more about wild animals. Boo at the Zoo is Saturday, October 27th, and Sunday, October 28th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. both days. Aside from candy, expect plenty of games. The fun includes performances all day, plus trick-or-treating booths across the zoo. And make sure to wear your costume too. It makes it more fun. Visit elpasozoo.org for more info. Don't forget about Dia de los Muertos or Day of the Dead. The Museum and Cultural Affairs Department is hosting several events. There will be presentations and discussions that are open to the public at the Art Museum. Check out the Altar de Muertos on November 1st and a Fiesta de los Muertos on November 3rd. Both of these free events are at the Museum of Art. The Farmers Market is hosting a special Dia de los Muertos evening market from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Cleveland Square Park. That's in front of the History Museum. Expect to see arts and crafts, music, and food. Visit the Halloween activities banner at elpasotexas.gov for more info.
We still haven't found VNA.
She probably treated herself to some food and took off.
Yeah, she can eat.
Yeah, that girl definitely can eat.
You know what? Actually, this place is a little creepy.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't see any ghosts, but it is creepy. Yeah. You know, our media specialist, Jonathan Romo, he caught up with someone with the El Paso Community Foundation who says this place is haunted.
One of the spookiest stories involves a guy named Nestor Valencia who worked for the city, and during the restoration period with this theater, he was the vice president of planning for the Community Foundation, and he would come in here and work when there was no electricity. And he told stories about the projector coming on, even though there's no electricity. He would use a flashlight to get around, and there was a rag doll in the lobby area that he kind of adapted it as a bit of a mascot type thing. It was always there when he came in. And then one day it wasn't, and he went looking for it and realized he was looking for it with just a flashlight. And when he found it, it was hanging in the window of the projection booth upstairs.
You know, we actually didn't see any ghosts today, but that gave me chills.
Yeah, that gave me chills too. Thank you, Jonathan, for putting together that story. And we want to thank the El Paso Community Foundation for letting us hang out here at the Plaza Theater while we did our little ghost hunt.
And you know what? We actually never found VNA.
Yeah, I didn't find VNA either. Who knows where she's at? Well, anyways, until... Seriously, you are not scaring anyone.
Okay, sorry guys. But see, I told you, it's not haunted.
Yeah, well, we'll let visitors to the plaza decide that. Anyways, we want to wish you a happy Halloween from your city in 5.